Hello, this is Lisa Russick.
And Misty Lore.
With the podcast, We're All Psychic. And this is a video podcast on Spotify. And if you're looking, we're wearing our We're All Psychic shirts today. We have these for sale on TeePublic. And there's some, you just have to watch the site with TeePublic. We have a bunch of products on TeePublic. You can get your We're All Psychic shirts, long sleeve, short sleeve, any color you want. There's like tote bags, pillows, masks. And Misty is, there's something she's going to do. Oh, we don't even know why you're listening to this podcast, do you, today? I forgot something.
You totally forgot something.
Misty, do you think we're all psychic?
Yes.
I do too, listeners. And listeners, we hope you think we're all psychic. Or you're trying to decide, and you will come out in a favorable place for yourself.
Absolutely.
So this podcast is basically us just talking about some plans, and we have some exciting big plans. And Misty wasn't at the last podcast, but I did tell you guys, if you listen to Carol's last astrology podcast, we're going to be teaching some classes.
We are, and we are so excited.
We can't wait to do this.
We love to teach, and we love to have everybody learn, and it's so fun. It's passion.
It's a passion. It's a passion. It is a passion, guys.
Yes.
And we're going to start. We have a list of classes we want to eventually teach. But right now, we're just going to start. I haven't set it up on the website yet, but I will set up to where you can order. We're going to start the classes in December, right?
Yes, December.
And so what I have, a couple weeks, in 2 weeks, I should have where you can schedule your classes. And we're asking $50 per sitting of a class. So what I mean by that is if we do the tarot class, for example, I would teach that in 5 sittings, and it'd be once a week, probably. Like, we'll make a schedule every Monday at 6, something like that. And if we get more interest, we'll have 2 tarot classes going, 3 tarot classes going.
We will fit your needs.
Yeah. And I've taught tarot classes, and I'm just basically going to do the same structure. Hey, Ein, he's here. Oh, hi.
He likes the idea.
He thinks, I want to learn it.
He does.
So listeners, most of you who listen to this podcast right now have listened to the palmistry intro class. And
yes, palmistry.
The most listened to podcast that we have in my analytics is my intro to palmistry. So we're going to teach a palmistry class.
That's going to be fun.
Yes, it'll be very fun.
Very interesting.
It's been, if you've listened to the podcast, you all know I've just loved palmistry all my life since I was like 15.
I know, it's always been an interest of mine as well.
Yeah. And, listeners and watchers, I had a big collection of palmistry books and guides and stuff when I lived in Phoenix. But I restarted my collection. So I have about 4 or 5 more books and pamphlets and stuff. It's very interesting for me to see how the interpretations have changed since I learned palmistry.
Has it really?
A lot of it has.
Wow.
Yeah, like some of them. They're pretty much just very close to what they used to be, but they're still different. So we can talk about that if you're interested.
Yeah, that sounds interesting to me right now.
It is. Yeah. Once you know palmistry, that's just a good podcast, I guess. Because you talk about the differences. And I don't know any other palm readers. And Misty knows, she knows the basics.
Right.
And she's going to teach. She has this, I'm just doing all the talking in this podcast, Misty. But she has this way of being really intuitive, like when she reads cards. And so a lot of what she's going to teach you is to open up
your intuitive side.
Thank you.
Yes. I want to get more into, like, the first class that we're going to be teaching is going to be the tarot/oracle class. And what we're going to do is, like Lisa said, we're going to charge $50 a class, but we're also going to have it to where the package is going to include your own tarot deck. So we'll all have the same deck to start with.
Yeah, the Rider-Waite Tarot.
Yes, because that's very important. We all want to be on the same page as far as that's concerned. And she's going to be teaching the learning part of it, like what the cards mean, and
the meaning,
right? Yeah, and then I'm going to be teaching more of how to read the cards intuitively and how to do it in different ways, not just this is the 6 of Swords and this is what this means.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to teach it to where it's going to be, well, you know what? Yeah, it says 6 of Swords, but let's look at the card and look at the picture and see what's around it and what that represents and how that makes you feel. And, why does this card kind of match with this card kind of feel to it? And so I think with both of us together, I think this is going to be an amazing class. It's not going to be like any ordinary tarot class that you've ever taken before.
No. So I have learned from her so much about this, just looking at the cards and getting a feel and a vibe. Like she doesn't really need the cards at all. But she'll
none of us do.
Yeah, you're right. I think I do.
No,
but
you
right
don't.
now I still do.
No.
Yeah, I can ask Sam or again.
Yes,
they do help.
yes.
They help a lot. Hey guys.
And I've learned so much from her as far as, just the basics and what it's about and the history of it. And
you make a really good point there, the basics.
yes.
That's what we're getting at in most of these classes are
Yes.
basics. So you can explore farther and deeper or further and deeper
Further
into
and deeper.
what you want, and I
Yeah.
can tell a dirty joke right now, but I'm not going to.
Well, well, but that's what the first class, we're going to start out with that and see how that goes and see how you guys like it. And then Lisa and I have several other ideas, including,
okay, so we got the tarot class, the palmistry class. And one thing, I think we're going to separate the oracle class from the tarot.
Yeah.
It'll be a one class.
right.
And then we want to talk about magic, candle magic. We might have Akasha come.
Yes.
If you remember Akasha Prime.
She's the expert.
She is. And I talked to her this morning about this, and she is interested in helping us teach the magic classes. But that's going to be a little ways down the road, probably in January or February.
Yes.
Right now, we're just focusing on starting in December.
Right.
But what we're going to do in December is the tarot, palmistry for sure. Probably the oracle class, which is one sitting. The palmistry class will probably be 5 classes. It's just an intro, but it takes about 5 classes.
Yeah, I can imagine. Yeah, that's a lot to learn.
Yeah. And like I did in the podcast, the palmistry podcast, it's just like, most of these things you use, you just get the basics down and you kind of problem solve from there. What you could do with
kind of like a
where
map.
Everything is. Yeah. It is a map. It's like how to read a map.
Yeah.
And we're going to do a crystal journeys and crystal classes and stuff.
That's going to be fun.
And this is one Misty came up with. I just love it.
The self-love
class.
How to love yourself.
That's like,
how important is that? I would pay for that class.
I already did. It's called therapy for 4 years, 5 years.
We've all paid for that
No,
class.
that's what we're trying to, that's where you start from. If you love yourself, trust yourself,
Yeah.
I mean, you can
do anything.
You really can.
Yeah.
You can float.
You can walk on
and then
water.
I think the other one we're absolutely probably
probably, maybe, kind of, what?
Sorta.
Okay.
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah, I think
is
we
a
should.
pendulum class. Although we have a podcast on it, we're going to have a pendulum class.
Yes, that's
so
fun.
We'd like to start that one in December. That would be a 1 hour class, for example. The palmistry would probably be 1 hour. The tarot classes might be an hour plus.
Yes, because that's a lot to learn.
I think the oracle class would be about 2 hours. And we'd still just ask $50 for the 2 hours because we really want to keep it affordable for everybody.
And we're talking about using coupons too.
Yeah.
At some point.
If somebody needs a coupon.
Yeah.
And we will see about that. We'll have, contests and stuff.
Yes.
We can do a raffle or something. We'll see. Listeners, we're trying to figure out how many of you might be interested in this.
Right. And we're hoping that you would be. But you know what? We're throwing it out there. And we're going to see where it goes, see where it takes us.
And I'm going to put on the www.we'reallpsychic.com website, I'm going to put or I may have already done it by the time I post this podcast, but I'm going to put a form. Yes, that's what I'll do. I'll do that before. There is a form. I'm saying like there is and it doesn't exist yet. So that's a prediction, right?
Right.
I predict that there will be a form on the website where you can show interest in what classes you would like to take. I'm going to make a list of them and you can check boxes.
Yeah. So I love that idea.
I just want to get an estimate of what you're interested in. I just look at the podcast statistics and that's where we got most of these classes.
Right.
Ideas is wrong to see what you've been listening to the most.
Right. But we want to hear from you.
Yes.
We want to know what you want to learn about.
Exactly.
So if we don't have it on our list, we want it on our list.
And I was thinking of doing a runes class eventually.
Oh gosh,
we had Harold on the podcast a few weeks ago.
Yes.
And if you listeners and watchers, if you saw Harold, he's blind, and he was saying, there's no divination tools for blind people, really.
No, there's not.
So I was just thinking maybe a runes class for him.
Yes.
If he wants to take it, and because he could feel the runes. And if any of you have disabilities like blindness or you're deaf or something. I guess you wouldn't be listening to a podcast, but you can have captions, right? And so if you have any, restrictions as far as being able to take these classes, email me, Lisa at we'reallpsychic.com.
We'll do what we can to
talk
help
to you about it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we'll do whatever we can to make it something you can do, even if you thought you couldn't, like being psychic.
That's exactly correct.
You're thinking that too, aren't
yes.
you?
Because we're psychic. We're intuitive.
It's a great time, guys. So, and I have done a lot of work on the website. I added a shop. And my Kitty Quest Tarot is the only thing in the shop right now, but it is $40. And I have it everywhere else for like 56, I think, or 60.
So that is a really good deal.
Taken out. Yeah,
and they're amazing energy cards.
And I forgot to put shipping on it. So right now there's no shipping.
Ooh, take advantage of that.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, anyway, any last words for the watchers and listeners about this?
We want to thank you, and we appreciate you guys listening. We still can't believe where we are here today. It's amazing that you guys even listen to us.
Right.
We're in shock still.
We still are. Yes. I looked up our podcast on Listen Notes, and it says we're in the top 10% of podcasts. And
unbelievable. What? We appreciate you so much.
It's because of you guys.
It is.
Thank you.
It is. And we thank you so much. And we hope to turn this into something even bigger with your help.
With your help, and we want you involved. So
yes, please.
And go check out the website if you want to, and we hope you want to. And click a box on what classes you might be interested in. I might put a little other box, and you can write in what you're interested in.
Please.
So that would be really awesome.
Yes. Thank you.
And and lastly, but not leastly, thank you, Misty.
No. Thank you, Lisa.
And lastly, but not at all leastly, thank you to our sponsor, Everclear. Everclear is an advice app where you can get advice from psychics and empaths. So you can get the clarity you need to create the life you deserve.
Bye.
Peace.